What is Erwin's greatest asset, and what should the mayor do to protect, promote, and enhance it?
Erwin's greatest asset is our people, and it's a small hometown, been incorporated there since 1903. The county of Unicoi was created out of Carter and Washington County in 1876. So our greatest asset would be our people. Now, my greatest duty as mayor would be to take care of those people in any way that I can that would allow me with the office that I hold.
Our greatest asset, in my opinion, is our people. We have such a strong, resilient community, and I think that whoever the next mayor is definitely needs to protect those people, but also be welcoming to new people into our community and into our business community. I have seen through the pandemic and then now with this natural disaster how resilient our community is, and I truly believe that our people are our greatest asset.
This people, we're a strong people. This flood that we've had in the past few weeks shows how strong we are. We're still a united people. We're family. My dad used to joke, if you were born in Erwin, you're cousins with everybody, and it's about true. I can count dozens, maybe hundreds of cousins, many because back then people had a lot of kids, and so you had a lot of cousins. But when push comes to shove, Erwin, Tennessee is the heart of America. When you look back at what happened in World War II, how the nation, after we were bombed in Pearl Harbor, how the nation just formed a collusion that was unbelievable. Women went to work in the factories producing aircraft, airplanes. Men went to war. Last week, 2 weeks ago, when this flood washed things out, people were there almost before the flood subsided. So I would say our assets are our people. Here's what we got to do is protect our folks in our town before we start talking about growing. We have an infrastructure that's in bad shape. 75% of our sidewalks, you can't even walk on them. Many of our streets are dilapidated, including Main Street. We got to provide a safe place for our people, an infrastructure that supports a growth, and we have to make sure that we have a good police force, which we do, by the way. Reagan Tilts is a fine chief. We got a good force. We have a good fire department. Jason Harris is the lead there, is our fire chief. But we have to build on that. We have to build on our people and let our folks decide what Erwin wants to be. When the railroad pulled out, it pulled a big vacuum on everybody. People lost jobs, people lost hope, and our identity was stolen. When I grew up, the railroad was Erwin. Erwin was the railroad. My dad and his dad and his dad and my uncles all worked at the railroad. And when it stopped in 2015, it took our identity. And people, that's our problem right now. We don't know who we are in terms of a brand. And we need to develop Erwin as a brand. We're looking at tourism. Great, we've got all the assets. We got the river, our enemy a couple weeks ago, but could be our best friend if we develop it properly. And so protecting our people, making Erwin a place where people can live and be happy. I came back here to take care of my parents. They were terminally ill. I stayed with them 3.5 years in a house. I went out once a week for supplies. I came back. So I stayed the course. If people question my commitment, I'm staying the course. 4 years, 8 years, whatever it takes to make sure Erwin has a new start.